Have you ever wondered how professional traders trade at the time of the most volatile time in the market, which is the major news events? आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कि कुछ ट्रेड्स जो मैंने यूरो यूएसडी पे लिया the most volatile time of the market, that is the news. And by the end of this video, you will have some clear, good strategies that you can also use to make some profitable trades at the time of the news. So make sure to stick till the very end because this is going to be amazing. Let's go. Hey guys, my name is Ujjwal Datta and I've been trading in the foreign exchange market for over 4 years. My main vision with this YouTube channel right here, Wealth Source Academy, is to give you good information, make trading simplified for you and make you a self-sufficient, profitable trader. So make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video and click that bell icon as well. And let's move on to our main topic, which is how I took some 1:5, 1:11, even 1:20 risk to reward trade at the time of the major news events. Number one thing that we always check before we enter the news is we need to prepare ourselves for that major event. Like, if you go to a war, you need to be prepared. You need to have those guns. You need to have those bombs and everything, right? You cannot jump in the war unprepared because you will be killed. And it's exactly the same because at the time of the major news event, the market is going to be so volatile. So many people are going to be losing money. But you subscribing to Wealth Source Academy, you will become a profitable news trader very soon. So what preparations do you need at the time when the market is the most volatile? Number one preparation, understanding the technicals. What exactly is happening according to the technical analysis, price action in the market before the news event. Second thing is checking the fundamental, checking what type of a news event this is, how much effect is it going to make in the market. You can do a background check of the news, like if it's a news of CPI, Consumer Price Index, if it's a news of non-farm payroll or FOMC meeting. So these are, volatile times in the market where the market is going to go crazy. It's going to give you a lot of pips, but if it goes to opposite of your direction, it can lose you money as well. We'll talk more about that, right? So what are the potential risk factors? So me personally, I trade all the news, okay? But I don't risk all of my money into it. I risk very small percentage. Let's say if I'm trading 1% a trade normally when I take my trades, so मैं उस time जब major news event होगा, उस time पे मैं 0.1%, maximum 0.25% risk करता हूँ. And why is that? See, my strategy works 60, 70, 80% of the times as well at the time of the news. And I catch 1:5, 1:10, 1:11 risk to reward trades as well. But why I risk less is because of the slippage issue. If you don't know what exactly slippage issue is, it's like कि अगर आपने एक stop loss लगाया, let's say $50 का, but अगर market में slippage आता है उस time पे जब major news event है and market आपके stop loss की तरफ जाती है, so sometimes आपका 50 की जगह $100 का loss कर सकता है, 150 का, 200 का, 250 का, so it's very hard time in the market. So you should manage your risk properly. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here only for educational purposes. If you're going to risk your money at the time of the news, make sure to manage your risk properly. बहुत ही कम risk करना है. And क्योंकि risk to reward ज़्यादा रहता है, right? So अगर आप $10 लगा रहे हो, आप $100 बना रहे हो, which is great money, right? So 10x your money. All right, so let's jump right into it. The first thing that you always need to do is check what type of news is going to be there in the next week, or in the day while you're trading, और पूरे महीने में कौन सी news events हैं. You can check those news events and you can know what exactly is happening. Like today, 7th of September 2023, we traded USD unemployment claims. I will give you a complete breakdown of this trade as well. So there are many major news events all of the time, right? So let me just mark this level up. Let's say from 1st of September to 7th of September, what all news events were there, right? So I'm here according to Indian time. So there was news on CHF. This is the news that we got. So I will always trade the news, like I said, right? So there was the CHF news that we got. We got the non-farm employment change. Actually, we didn't trade the non-farm employment change because it didn't come to my levels. I'll share what exactly happened at that time. But just before that news, there was ISM manufacturing PMI news. Right, so you can read all about these news events here. What type of news events are they? Let me share one of the news events. It's the non-farm employment change. That's the non-farm payroll. That means how many jobs are being added and being subtracted from the US economy, excluding the farmers. Okay, so that's non-farm payroll, and that gives big moves in the market. Right, हमको इतना समझना है. तो आप जब ये सारी news events देखोगे, आप back टेस्ट करके चेक कर सकते हो कि कहाँ पे ये मूव्स आ रहे हैं, कितने बड़े बड़े मूव्स हैं, एंड व्हाट इफ यू कैन कैच दोज मूव्स एंड हाउ टू कैच दोज मूव्स, वी आर गोना टॉक अबाउट इट राइट नाउ. ठीक है, सो पहली चीज जो हम कर रहे हैं इज चेकिंग द न्यूज कि किस किस टाइम पे न्यूज है. एंड न्यूज कैसे पता लगेगी, सॉरी, सो ये इतनी सारी न्यूज हैं, बट आपको फोकस देना है जिस पे भी ये रेड फोल्डर हो. राइट, सो वेर एवर देर इज अ रेड फोल्डर, that's where you need to give your focus to. So let me give you a breakdown how I personally take my trades. First thing that I do is just looking at the weekly time frame. What I look at the weekly time frame, all you have to do is just see where do you think the market is going. Right? If you look at this, where do you think the market is going? It's going towards the downside. That's it. That's all you need to see. Then on the daily time frame, what I see is what are the levels that I can see, like imbalances, liquidity in the market, all of that great stuff, right? Double bottoms and all of that. So let's say I am seeing that these are the levels that are unclear right here. Right, so on daily time frame, I'll mark these levels up, even just a little bit towards the downside. So this is zone. Let's mark the zone up. Right, so if I mark this zone up, so this is an important zone that looks like the market can come to. And we've been trading all these news events towards the downside. Okay, so earlier I thought that it's going to be bullish after these levels because there was a lot of imbalance and there was a weekly fair value gap. मतलब क्या होता है fair value gap का, मैं आपको अगर simple language में समझाऊं, so weekly में अगर हम देखेंगे, so यहाँ पे कुछ imbalance था. Right, so imbalance क्या होता है मार्केट में, जहां पे आपको इक्विलिब्रियम नहीं आया, मतलब जहां पे बड़े बड़े मूव्स मिले बट देयर वाज नो रिट्रेसमेंट टू दोज लेवल्स, तो उसको हम इम्बैलेंस बोलते हैं. राइट, सो जैसे कि आप देख सकते हो यहां से और इसके बीच में कोई रिट्रेसमेंट नहीं था. राइट, सो टू कम टू एन इक्वेशन for the market, it has to come to these levels. So I was targeting all these levels. So even on NFP, ISM manufacturing PMI, we were targeting these levels, even 50% of this level, but actually it even got below that. Okay, so basic analysis, just like this, I see my highs and lows and also the trend. Okay, one thing that I always check is the trend in the market. Abhi trend kya chal raha hai, right? So just looking at the market right here, you can see that the trend is towards the downside. So we were completely bearish on higher time frames. So major news events के टाइम पे मैं mostly sell ही देख रहा था. Let me give you a breakdown of the trade that we took today, right? So today was the unemployment claim news that we got. We actually got 1:5.5. This is 1:6. How we got this trade is because we've been looking at higher time frames. We've been looking at trend, which is towards the downside. Okay, so just before the news, even on the London session, we got a trade. Okay, so we can see what's happening in the market is the market has been falling now, right? So just before the news, it was taking out all the buy side liquidity, right, creating the lows again and again. At the end of the news, it already broke below these levels. Before the news was taking a retracement, again it broke these lows as well, and also these lows right here. So while this was happening, we went down to a 1 minute time frame. We waited for this high to break, As soon as this high broke, we entered in a sell. We kept our stop loss to above these highs, which was around 3 pips, and we got the whole move. For people जिनके liquidity concepts, smart money concepts clear नहीं है, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be sharing a lot of information with you guys that is going to help you to become a self-sufficient, profitable trader. ये सारे concepts के बारे में हम बहुत ही clearly बात करेंगे. आज मैं ये call उन लोगों के लिए है जो regularly trade कर रहे हैं, जो understand करते हैं, उनके लिए ये वीडियो ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. बट हम लोग सारे बेसिक्स भी शेयर करेंगे इस यूट्यूब चैनल के अंदर, सो मेक श्योर टू सब्सक्राइब. सो दिस वाज अ 1:6 रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड ट्रेड. सो हम लोगों ने क्या देखा, जैसे मैंने बताया, हम लोग हायर टाइम फ्रेम पे सेल साइड पे ही थे. आई वाज टारगेटिंग द लोज, दीज लोज, राइट. सो मार्केट यहाँ से घुमा, Let's go down to 4 hour time frame. So 4 hour time frame पे हम लोगों को break already मिल चुका था, and we were seeing signs of weakness since yesterday. So yesterday there was another news which gave us a drop and broke these levels, but I was a little confused that it might be a fake out as well because इतना proper break नहीं दिया था. But since morning it was creating some liquidity here, losing volume, and then we saw a break towards the downside, and that's when I was sure that the market today is going to go down. And so मैंने एक daily bias अपना बना लिया था that I want to go in for a sell. So whenever you are in doubt, just zoom out, right? So look at the structure. Understanding the market structure is also very, very important. Okay, so that's why you took this sell. Now let's talk about one more trade that we took, which was on 1st of September, just after the NFP news. Like I said, NFP को हम लोग catch नहीं कर पाए थे. I'll tell you why. So this was the day of the non-farm payroll news. So it created these lows and it also created these highs up here. Okay. So it was in this range all day. Actually, not even day, right? So I guess for 2 days it was just in this range. So I marked these highs, I marked these lows. So whenever I want to enter a trade, I want to enter after the lows are taken out. What does that mean? When there is a liquidity sweep in the market. Liquidity sweep होता है क्या, एक छोटे उसमें बता देता हूँ. Liquidity sweep is when the institutions come and clean all the orders out of the market. ठीक है. So उनके orders open होने के लिए, so जितने भी institutions, hedge funds, corporations, banks जो भी trade करते हैं in the foreign exchange market, they are not trading like retailers like us, 1 lot, 2 lot, 10 lots. They are trading with thousands and sometimes millions of lots. Okay. So उनको मार्केट में एंटर करने के लिए बड़ी लिक्विडिटी चाहिए होती है. अगर सबके ऑर्डर्स ओपन रहेंगे तो वो एंटर नहीं कर पाएंगे अपनी ट्रेड्स में. सो दे ग्रैब द लिक्विडिटी, क्लियर ऑल द ऑर्डर्स आउट ऑफ द मार्केट एंड देन एंटर द मार्केट. सो ऐसा बहुत बारी होता है कि आप स्टॉप लॉस लगाते हैं, आपके स्टॉप लॉस को टच करते ही मार्केट आपके टेक प्रॉफिट पे चली जाती है. करेक्ट, सबके साथ होता है. बट ऐसा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज दैट इज लिक्विडिटी स्वीप. ठीक है, तो मैं ज्यादातर जब भी एंट्रीज लेता हूं, सो आई वांट सम गुड लिक्विडिटी स्वीप एंड देन अ मूव टुवर्ड्स अनदर डायरेक्शन. जस्ट लाइक दिस, आई वाज वेटिंग फॉर द एनएफपी न्यूज. वी पुट इन अ बाय लिमिट. हम लोगों ने एक बाय लिमिट लगाया था यहाँ पे, जो कि हिट नहीं हुआ. आई वांटेड द मार्केट टू कम डाउन बिकॉज आई थॉट द मार्केट माइट गो बुलिश फ्रॉम हियर, बिकॉज मुझे एक साइन ऑफ बुलिशनेस यहाँ पे दिख गया था. दिस वॉज अ 4 hour स्ट्रक्चर ब्रेक टुवर्ड्स द अपसाइड. राइट, इस हाई का ब्रेक हुआ था 4 hour स्ट्रक्चर पे. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज लुकिंग आउट फॉर बाय. आई थॉट दैट अब बहुत हो गया. वीकली टाइम फ्रेम पे, डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे बहुत टाइम से मार्केट जो है डाउन ट्रेंड में है. आई थॉट that now it's going to go in an uptrend, and exactly that happened, but not clearly. Okay, it didn't take out the lows but went for the highs. So it took out this high. So all these highs wherever you see, यहाँ पे liquidity होती है. Liquidity क्यों होती है? Because यहाँ पे लोगों के stop losses होते हैं, right? So if anybody would have entered here, they would have kept their stop losses here. Anybody would have entered here, उसने अपने stop loss ऊपर रखेंगे. Normal you know, human thinking, हम लोग ऐसे ही करते हैं, highs के ऊपर ही रखते हैं stop losses, right? So all these highs were taken out, but lows were not taken out. So just after the NFP news, so हम NFP नहीं catch कर पाए थे, but just after the NFP news, we saw this structure being broken towards the downside, and there was another news event in the next few hours. So around 7:30 p.m. there was ISM manufacturing PMI news, and we really wanted to catch that. And as soon as I saw another structure shift towards the downside, मुझे एक break मिला, थोड़ा retracement मिला. अगर आप छोटे टाइम फ्रेम पे जाओगे तो यहाँ पे perfectly इस wick के पास आया market. Just news के 2 minutes, I guess 1 minute before, we entered the trade, keeping our stop losses above the 1 minute high, which was around 3 to 4 pips, and we caught the whole move. And हम लोगों ने target क्या किया, जो कि मैंने आपको बताया कि अगर वो वापस नीचे की तरफ आए तो weekly imbalance, right? So it exactly came to the 50% of the imbalance, and then we closed the trade. We got around 1:10 risk to reward. It went to even more than that, but I got out around 1:10. It was a great ट्रेड, राइट? सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ये ट्रेड हमने क्यों लिया. सो ये मेरा एक बेसिक प्रोसीजर रहता है व्हेनेवर आई एंटर एनी ट्रेड. आई वॉच आउट फॉर द वीकली, daily, 1 hour, then slowly coming down to 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. I've been trading on 1 minute for past 2.5, 3 years. So I'm very familiar with 1 minute time frame as well. And once you have the clear concepts about liquidity, आपका clear होगा, smart money concepts, आपको समझ आएगा, market structure, all of these things, you will be easily be able to trade the news as well, you'll be easily become profitable. One question that a lot of people ask me when you take these type of trades, so ज़्यादातर लोग क्या करते हैं कि पैनिक कर जाते हैं जैसे ही मार्केट इतना बड़ा मूव देती है, थोड़ा सा वापस मूव आने लगता है, they close that trade, right? How did I not panic when this was happening? Why did I not panic is because I knew that the market structure is towards the downside. Yes, हमें एक breakout structure towards the upside मिला था, एक, this can be just a first sign of weakness that the market is might go bullish. But still, I knew that if the non-farm payroll news has not given that big of a move that I was expecting, I knew that the news ISM manufacturing PMI news is going to give us some big moves. And because we were targeting the lows of the weekly lows, weekly imbalance, which was all this area, so I knew that it's going to come to clear at least 50% of that weekly low. That's why I was calm and composed, and I didn't risk a lot of money. I just, as soon as it went to profit, I break even my trade. At the time of the news, the one best advice that I would give you, as soon as it moves to your direction, break even the trade. Because if it has to go in your direction, it will go very fast. It will not give many chances to a lot of people. Okay, so make sure always to break even your trade whenever it goes into your direction. So I was very calm and composed. So we took 1:10 risk to do a trade. All right, guys. So few things that you need to be very careful of. First thing is proper risk management. Don't risk the amount that you're not willing to lose. Right? So because the market is random outcomes, it's the game of probabilities, and you have to be more mechanical while trading, not emotional. So don't risk too much of your capital. Don't overtrade. Don't overcomplicate this stuff because it is not that overcomplicated. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and share your experiences. Have you ever traded the news? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next video. Let's go.